Hello my beautiful friends, welcome. My name is Christina Marie. I do beauty reviews, tutorials, unboxings, giveaways. I've got kind of something a little different for you today. We're going to be doing a get ready with me on how I created this look. I do have a monthly giveaway where I do an eyeshadow palette giveaway. This month is the Celestial Thunder palette. I'll put that link in the description box down below, as well as my other giveaways that I have going on. All that information will be in the description box down below. I'll also let you know what products I use to create this look. Just kind of doing something, I don't know if I'll do it seasonally or what, but this is just what I created for the fall get ready with me. So if that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned and watch what I created. Okay, I'm going to start off with two Juvia's Place foundations that I do use as highlighting and kind of a contouring sticks. Here is Aberdeen. Just going down the center of the nose, underneath the nose and underneath the lips. A little bit on the forehead. And then I'm going to go in with Dominica and just kind of do the exterior really lightly. I do want to do under the chin. And the sides of the nose. Carve out that cheekbone a little bit. And I do like going just above it. I'm not using a ton of product, just a little bit here. I don't have a ton of stuff like zit marks or anything like that I do need to cover up. So I'm just giving a little bit of contouring. For the foundation today, let's use the L'Oreal True Match. Mine is in a cool, creamy neutral. And I like to spray some just on the back of my hand to start with. I do have a beauty blender that I've already gotten damped. Dip that in. And now first off, I'm just going to tap this on the places where we don't have any of that contouring going on. And around the eye. Spray a little bit more on the back of my hand. And dip in. And now I'm going to go in the places where we did the darker contour first. Make sure to only use one side of the beauty blender. And I'm just doing the perimeter first. I'm not too worried right now about blending it all in. Right now I'm just placing product. And as I'm going over the darker contour on the cheek, I'm kind of bouncing and then lifting at the same time, because I want to bring everything up. do a little bit on the ear. Now I like to go over and just really bounce everything to give it kind of a airbrush type of look. Don't forget to do the sides of your nose right now as well. Get in the side crevice here. At this time, I'll also take a smaller beauty blender and really get into the socket corner here at the eye, just to blend everything out. Now, without putting any more additional product on, I'll use the clean, here's dirty side sponge, clean sided sponge for those lighter areas. I do kind of want to bring back that center of the nose just a little bit. So I'll put a little bit more on, just ever so lightly. Go down the center there. And all I'm doing is just tapping that in. And then go over all of that again, just to make sure everything's really buffed in. Then I'll take my Too Faced Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer in Fairest. Just do a little bit underneath the eyes. And all I'm trying to do here is just brighten this area up. Then again, on that lighter side of my blender, just kind of bring that across. And out, and then down just a little bit. So how are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what is new with you. So I am by no means a professional makeup artist. I've just been doing this a long time and love sharing my tips and tricks with you guys. The only girl in my household, so sometimes it's good to be a little girly. I do have my husband and my son. I do have 2 dogs. They both kind of black labs. They were pound rescue dogs. One has Greyhound mixed in with her, and she is 10 years old. And then I have one that has a lot of Beagle mixed in with her, and she is 5 years old. Now I take the IT by Pores pressed powder. I just run a little bit along the edge and just lightly tap that in. I'm just trying to set that underneath ever so lightly. Should have done this beforehand, but make sure to run your finger underneath. It just kind of blurs everything out. Helps make sure you get in all those crevices. I love using Firmo 102 brush for my blush. I am taking the Natasha Denona Bloom Blush in Glow palette. I'm going to take a little bit of that Glow Cream base and just go over the whole area just a little bit. And then I'm gonna take that deeper shade here and go over the outer and just kind of make a little C with it. And really make sure to work that one in because it is the darker shade. Now we'll take this one and just kind of over the top of everything I just did. And we'll come back to this palette in just a minute. Do you want to contour just a little bit? I'm using the Tarte Pro Glow palette here. And I like pinching my brush to give it more of a sharper edge. And then just blend that into what your blush you just used. Just upward strokes. Just kind of doing a little bit along the hairline and a little bit underneath. Now I'm gonna go in with the BECCA Hydra Mist. I'm just gonna lightly tap this all over the face. And I don't mind kind of blending everything together here. But I'm just going over everything really lightly. Make sure there are no harsh lines anywhere. Okay, now let's go back into the Bloom and Glow and just pick up the highlighter shade here. And the reason I do this afterwards is so that that highlight doesn't basically go away when you put that final setting powder on. It doesn't dull it down, I guess you should say. Pretty. Now I'm taking from Ulta Beauty, the Tinted Eye Primer in Satin Blush, and just going all over my lid with it, just a little bit. Sure to bring it up. And just tap away. those inner corners. Now before I do go in to do my eyes, I do like to put on the Skin Chemist Rose Quartz Lip Defense Lip Plumper. It gives a chance for this to work just a little bit. Just kind of gives a tingling feeling. And just helps plump the lips a little bit. Let's do the eyes super quick. I am using the RODIAL Glam Brow in Dark Ash Brown. And let me just comb this through. I have pretty dark eyebrows to begin with. So I'm just kind of enhancing the natural shape a little bit. Has a spoolie on one end and then your product on the other end. And then I do have a couple of gray hairs coming in. So I do like to use the Benefit Gimme Brow, and mine is in the shade 4.5, and just kind of run that through just a little bit. Just trying to cover up those grays because I haven't had a chance to go in and get them tinted. I do feel like getting a little extra glam today, so let's use the TATI Beauty, and this is the Volume 1 palette. Please, TATI, come out with the second one. So let's start with Aura. I kind of feel like a fall look going on. So let's start with Aura, kind of as an all-over lid shade. This is the Aura Matte. Just kind of putting down a base right now. It is pretty close to my natural skin tone. And then let's put Ritual in the crease and outer corner buildup. I'm using the matte shade. Let's bring that up just a little bit because I have such hooded eyes. These shades blend together so nicely. Bring it across the lid just a little bit. Still in that Ritual matte, I want to put some just along the lower lash waterline, just kind of on this outside half here. Make sure to connect those two. Now I want to take Soothe as the transition shade and just kind of buff out that upper line there. And then let's just take the same brush that we did use for the original base and just go along the top of that one, just blend. We aren't using any more product on that original brush. A little bit of the Soothe matte and just go along the inner third. I don't want to go with the very, very indent because I plan for that in just a little bit. And then I'm going to jump up to this metallic row here. I'm going to put Soothe on the inner third, Story kind of in the center, and then Ritual on the outer third, and then touch just a little bit of it up with the Memory. So let's take Soothe on that inner, and I'm just using my fingers for this. And just tapping it in. And that just goes right next to it in the center. And see how it just easily blends together. Okay, then let's go the outer third with the Ritual. I'm tapping and just kind of dragging just a hair. Okay, so I can just grab a little bit of the metallic and just in that outer corner. And then I am gonna take a little bit of the Aura here and just on the inner corners. And my fingers aren't that small, so that's why I am using a brush for this. And you could stop here and that would be a really pretty look. But because we can, and because why not, we're gonna play a little bit with the glitters. Now remember how I used Soothe kind of in the inner third, Story along the center, and then Ritual on the outer third, and just a dot of really quick on the very outer corner of the Memories. So we're gonna do the same thing with the glitter. And you don't need a glitter glue with this. And just tap. Don't worry about moving it around, don't do anything like that, or you will have a ton of fallout. You're gonna have fallout anyway, and we'll take care of that in just a little bit. Now let's go into Story. And try not to get any on that upper lid. let's go into Ritual, my outer third. And all we're doing is tapping. Okay, and then I'm going to take the pinky and just barely in that tippy outer corner with the memory. Let's dust off all that fallout. One thing that I will do when you're working with glitters is just take that original sponge, just go underneath, and it'll pick up any of the glitter that you couldn't get with your fallout. Now with that original brush that we did do the inner corner, I do want to carve out just a little bit of the brow bone, and I'm going to go into that aura in the metallic shade and just kind of just right underneath the brow, starting in the arch, just kind of blending that up and downwards. So what are you guys doing for Halloween? Let me know in the comments down below. I think we're taking it easy. I'm not even quite sure if I feel comfortable handing out candy. I just want to be safe in today's world. And so let me know what your suggestions are. So I am going to take now a PIXI eye pencil, and I'm just gonna run that along the lower lash waterline. I don't do it along the upper lash because I have such really little lid space to work with. I do like using a waterproof mascara on the lower lash. So this is the Clinique Waterproof in black. Then let's give the upper lashes a quick curl. And I'm going to take the Superhero by It. And when I put it on, so I'll put it on and then I'll kind of roll up, and that gives it a curl as well. So I start right at the base and just curl up just a little bit. I don't really wear a ton of false lashes unless it's something like a really big event, like a wedding or something like that. I suck at it, and so I'll just use the mascara instead. Do the middle. Make sure to get those inner corners. Now my eyelashes have a tendency to clump a little bit no matter what mascara I'm using. So I will kind of use the separator, kind of put it in and kind of blink through and pull. right, now let's do the lips really quick. I'm just gonna take a BECCA Plumping Lip Liner and use the shade Undercover here. I don't want to go anything real dramatic on the lips because my eyes are pretty dramatic. And then just kind of fill them in a little bit. Okay, and then I'm gonna just go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Walk of Shame. Then go in with a PIXI lip gloss just to top that off. And I just kind of put it right in the center. Just give that center a little extra shine, not on the outer corners, to give yourself a little more dimension. Let me go fix my hair and I'll be right back. So I think that this look turned out really, really good. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. This is kind of my first ever, I think, really full, chatty. I know I wasn't that chatty. I was concentrating on what I was doing. Kind of get ready with me. Let me know what you guys think. Any recommendations? Let me know all that in the comments down below. Let me know if you want to see more of these as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. I hope that you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. YouTube will now go ahead and insert a couple other videos for you if you have the time. I would greatly appreciate you guys watching those other videos, liking, subscribing. I invite you to do so if you haven't already. It means the world to me when you guys do that. Take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and I will see you soon. Bye.